Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I talk about AI adoption in startups and small companies. Today's topic is data for AI. How important is preparing data for any kind of a AI or machine learning projects for your business? Data is very critical for success in AI and machine learning. The reason is that these fields rely heavily on data in order to train, test, optimize for predictive and prescriptive modeling that performs well in the real world scenarios. Let's start with number one, which is data quantity. Quantity, the more data, the more precise your modeling can get. So there's always better to train as much as data you have in order to make sure that your accuracy level for the outcome could be much more realistic rather than having a huge gap between your expectation and reality. Large data helps you underline correlations, patterns, and so on in between the vast array of data that you will be looking at, compared to a small data set which could be skewed or biased in one or two sides. More data will also help you to have more significant impacts on having the model that is statistically accurate. Creating simple models with large data could be a better option for having the data to be accurate in all the levels needed. Using more data with simple models could vastly better your performing or the performing of the machine learning models. This could ultimately lead you to minimize the use of extra resources or the extra time to train the models, ultimately reducing the tenure of iteration that you had to go through to get more accurate results. Secondly, data depth. Bringing the data depth is very important because you might have different values, binary information such as yes or no, categories, numbers, so there could be different variations of data which could be present. In most cases, you need to make sure that there is a lot more information that you initially put into the data set so that it could be easier for you to find the most impacting variable that could be important. The ultimate goal here is to have the data set with enriched information. You could use it to have the ultimate goal of, let's say, modeling for the prediction or recommendation engines. Third, balanced data. Balancing the data is very important in terms of having the positive and negative target set with the data set. So I'm going to explain it to you what is positive or what negative. Let's take an instance of email marketing. Your goal is to find out the probability of spams and not spam emails. So spam being positive, not spam being negative. Let's say you have 90% of your data which notes the positive and then 10% of the data which is spam. This is not balanced, because this could have a huge weightage in terms of running the model that you're putting in, the data you're putting in, which you might expect the same kind of results that might not be as accurate as in the reality. This brings us to the fourth factor, that is representative. So the data must be representative. This is similar to the depth in terms of the variations or the variables. Data that should be representative. By that I mean the data should say something, or let's say the attributes should be precise enough to get the accurate insights out of it. It should be something that could be measurable. It could be something which is binary in terms of yes or no. So this kind of data should be much more on a wider scale, representative, the right variations, and this gets the data to be non-biased. You're not skewing the data by just including the variations that just say skews towards yes or no or in between, whatever problem you're trying to solve here. This is important in terms of communicating the conditions and scenarios in which you're predicting or getting the data for the outcome. Fifth factor is complete data. Data is complete when you have the right variations and data features that could be loaded onto your AI or machine learning solutions for the better results. Complete data. By complete data, I mean having the right fields that can be converted into the right insights. Sometimes you might have different types of features that could build up, let's say 6 to 7 different features. You're trying to train it in order to get the results. This sometimes becomes counterintuitive, because the more complication you get to the system, the lesser accuracy you can expect. So in return, the more iterations that you would have to do at the end to make sure that you get the highest level of accuracy that you could expect. One of the ways to get the complete data or the right feature is either to combine the existing 2 to 3 datas that you already have in your data lake or data source, data sets, etc. This could be done by, let's say, data engineering, which you're trying to combine 2 to 3 columns or data features to make something much more precise according to your business result that you are expecting. This creation of new features could be really helpful in terms of precisely solving the business problem that you're trying to measure. This again should be done in having the key stakeholders along with the business people to come up with this formula to have this feature that could be helpful in making the algorithm more predictive or more accurate. This gets us to the last but not the least factor that is super important for data, is cleaning. Right, you got it. I know you must be expecting this. Cleaning is one of the most tedious yet important part of the data preparation. Data cleaning could be called in different ways, such as data wrangling, data munging, data transformation, data processing, etc. Everything boils down to making sure that your data is without any errors, it does not have false values and multiple values that could skew your models or the impact results that you're trying to get. So this is cleaning. Having the clean data is very important in the process of machine learning or AI solutions that you would be loading up with. All right, this concludes our 6 data factors that could be very important before loading it to your AI solutions. So the right data is very critical for business, for AI and machine learning, in particular, building right, successful, well-performing models that are deployed and used in the real world. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please click the like button. And if you want more, don't forget to subscribe. And do you think that I missed out something which is very important to add it into this video or data in particular? Please comment on the video below, and I'll be very happy to get back to you and get some insights from you. Thank you so much, and this is for today. Have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.